Welcome back to Under the Lights. Joe joins us with highlights from just west of Minot.
Yeah, that's right, John. Berthold hosting South Prairie Max. This was a really good defensive game early on. Scoring opened up late in the first half. Let's head out to Bomber Country. John, how there's always all this talk in sports of who's the GOAT. Well, there were literal GOATs at the game in Berthold tonight.
Love it.
Shout out to the FFAers. All right, let's to the game now. Berthold up 6-0 early, back with the ball, but Hayden Bowl breaks through for the sack. Royals get the ball, but Martin Heberleis breaks through his blocker and recorded a big sack for the Bombers. He's excited, and so is Berthold's cheering section, by the way. Now later, Royals driving. Bowl can do it on both sides. Here's the quarterback keeper. Finds a big gap in the Berthold defense that if you were listening close enough, the coach wasn't too happy about. They get the 6 points and the 2 points after, but Berthold says, hold on to your horses. Yeah, there were horses at the game too. The pitch out here to Logan Thompson, who drives through a defender and barrels his way into the end zone for the 6th. Now, this next play didn't factor into the game really at all, but I had to include this. Royals driving with 1 second on the clock. Look at this one-handed catch from Jackson Anderson. They weren't in the end zone, though, so the clock just ran out. The Bombers do get a big win at home over a good South Prairie team. And then, John, I had to throw this in. Check this out. Berthold hosted mutton busting competitions during the halftime. Youngsters tried to stay on their sheep as long as they could. Now, I don't have any play-by-play for this, but everyone in attendance nonetheless was having a blast.
Wow,
John?
what animals weren't in Berthold tonight?
Right?
Wow. The Cougars taking on the Cougars of Central McLean took South Border's last spot in the rankings. Now they play each other. A physical game from the kick, but with 40 seconds left in the first, Central McLean's Aiden Hansen fakes the handoff, rolls left for the score. The Mustangs push back with a long drive, taking over 7 minutes off the clock as Luke Patz takes the short run in here. The Cougars will answer right back, though. Hansen takes another keeper into the end zone to extend his team's lead. Central McLean wins by 2 touchdowns, and the Cougars improve to 6-0. Elsewhere in 9-man, West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn. Hey, what's new? They win in a blowout. They drop 80 on Dunseith. And not to be outdone, MLS scores 66 versus TGU. Another one-sided contest in Midway as North Prairie defeats the Mustangs 50-14. And the second closest game of the night in 9-man besides that game in Berthold took place in Kenmare. The Honkers defeat Divide County 30-29. And my player of the night, we saw him tonight and his eye for the end zone, Minot High tailback Griffin Broderick. Who knows if the Magi would have gotten the win tonight if they couldn't rely on him on the goal line. Hey, AAA, watch out, because the defending champs have their swagger back. Griffin, have a great weekend, young man. Let's close out with scores from around Minot State athletics. It's still 90 degrees outside, but hockey season doesn't care. The Lady Beavs dropped their season opener tonight at Midland University, while the men score the only goal of the night against Illinois. Women's soccer took on the 22nd ranked Mankato Mavericks tonight, losing 1-0. Minnesota State scored in the 53rd minute. The Beavers play in Marshall at SMSU on Sunday. And what did I say last week about any given weekend in NSIC volleyball? You're going to play one of the best teams in the country. MSU falls to 8th ranked Wayne State in straight sets. The Beavers, they head up north to play Sioux Falls, and which is the same for Minot State football. They are hosting Sioux Falls tomorrow at Herb Parker Stadium. The Beavers, another tough test as the Cougars come into town. The Cougars have a Division I win on their record. They defeated St. Thomas in Week 1. MSU is 0-10 all-time against USF, but they only lost by a touchdown last year. Kickoff is at 1 p.m., and if we've learned anything from this 2024 Minot State team, the 99th year of Beavers football, we know that, records can go down any given week with this team. So thank you for tuning in to our Under the Lights coverage. Have a good weekend.